Shift changes at about 7 a.m. We usually get here about 20 to 30 minutes early. Kind of talk to the outgoing crew, kind of get reporting on what they did over the last 24 hours. If equipment breaks down and they replaced it, we kind of relay that information and things like that. So then right at 7, we come down, we check all our trucks, make sure everything is good to go for the day. We go through just about everything. We check our air packs, we check all of our fire gear, we check our fuel, check the oil, and then we go through all of our medications and everything like that we go through. Just make sure that everything is ready to go for the day.
That's typically what we do in the first, and depending on if we have training that day or anything else. Mondays are usually the days where we inventory everything, make sure everything's kind of for the week and everything's restocked to the state of Wisconsin's recommended number of whatever we have our amendments there. And then at any given time, like Paul said, our day starts at 7. So the crews switch, and then we run from 7 to 7 for 24 hours. So whatever's scheduled for that day, obviously we respond to emergency calls and anything else, fire calls, we respond with the engines.
And after those 24 hours, how long do you have off before you have another shift?
Well, it's 24 hours. So our schedule is we work for 24 hours and then we have a day off, and we work for 24 hours, have a day off, work for 24 hours, and then we have 4 days off. And then we repeat that cycle all year long. So it's kind of nice because it's predetermined the whole year. We know actually here in September is when we start picking shifts and picking crews for the following year. So in September, in all actuality, by the end of the year, we will know all of next year where we'll be working, what we'll be working, and what days we'll have off, because at that time we also take vacations.
And the work week averages out to 56-hour work week. Is that correct?
Wow. Are you a paramedic as well?
I am, yes.
What's it like being able to switch between the ambulance and the fire truck?
It's actually really neat. It keeps it nice. We have the last couple of years we have a 3-medic rotation. What that means is usually we try to keep it to where every station has at least 3 paramedics that work at the station for that purpose, because we work those 3 days. So for an example, Paul here, he might have the first day on the engine, and then me and another guy will be on the ambulance, and then I'll have the engine, and him and the other guy will be. So it rotates that way. So you're on 2 out of the 3 days, and sometimes there's more. And it also brings that the fluidness of when you're working on the ambulance and we go to a fire scene, we're all trained and everything. So we have our defined jobs per se, but it's really nice to be able to take somebody out of this and put it in there, and knowing that it's not a problem.
It's very fluid on scene for calls. So if we do go to a structure fire, we'll typically link up with our Tower 81 and work on operations with them, unless we're assigned to medical. And then an EMS calls, vice versa. If they come with us to more of a serious call, they know the protocols we're doing. They know everything, that we know. So they're pretty much, if we need to start an IV, they're already getting it set up. Things are ready to go. So it's very, very fluid on calls, and we're able to kind of work through very quickly and efficiently that way.
Yeah.
What do you guys do when you're not on calls? Like, I heard training. What are some other examples?
Again, there is a multitude. Our work day consists of from 7 in the morning until 4:30 in the evening is when we have a structured work day, and that could contain anything from training, fire training, medical training. If we have to go to our medical EMS training facility, we run through protocols. We do fire training on any aspect of that. There's inspections that we'll do. Where we go in the community, we inspect public buildings for safety, and just kind of general, once a year we do those, but it works. Every business has to go once a year, and there's a lot of those that we do. Meetings, the officers and a lot of the committee people will have meetings sometimes. So our days are pretty full with stuff to do, and at 4:30, as far as the work day goes, a scheduled work day, then that's when we break, and that's when we, the rest of the evening, outside of emergency responses, we are free to kind of do whatever we want, work out or read or educate or whatever. So,
As far as the workday goes, I mean, there's lots of continuing education we need to do to maintain a paramedic license, to keep up on our fire cert. So there's required things to do by the state to maintain the license, like ACLS and PALS and CPR. We need to renew those certifications, and just to keep it up. I forget the amount of hours, but we need to complete that every year to keep our license up to date for the state.
because it's 48 hours for the actual license, and then other people, and that's just for the paramedic license, and then not to mention, like you said, the PALS and ACLS and CPR. So there's they kind of break it down, because instead of doing it all at one block, they break it down over the year that everybody kind of gets in there. Because there's a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people that work here, and there's a lot of people that got to get recertified and things with driving and everything else. So.
And just like today, like I said, you know, the first thing we do is check the truck. We had a call right away at, I think it was 7:05, so right after shift. So we didn't get a chance to finish checking all of our stuff. And then we had another call, and then another call. So it's what, 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, and we just finished checking the emails now because we were going on calls. So everything is fluid. We still need to obviously check the truck, but emergency calls always are number one. So that was just first. So.
Yep.
Can you guys finally tell me why you like your job?
There's no day is the same.
No, yeah. I think everybody, you could ask that question to everybody here, and they'll get a different answer. Yeah, like Paul's saying, I mean, for me anyways, it's never the same. I mean, even what we were saying before, it may appear to be the same, where we show up and we go through our trucks and we make sure everything's there and do a mini inventory and restock and all that stuff. It's still, you never know what's going to happen from day to day, training wise or call wise, and it's just that's a big one.
It's like right now we're talking to you guys, but 3 minutes from now we could be geared up and walking into a fire. You know, we could be delivering a baby on the side of the road, or hopefully not, but it could be, you know, and I've seen the car wreck and. It's managing that scene and everything too. So it's any time throughout the day, it can be you're here, you're there, and
it's always fluid. It's always changing. It's always different. Even a chest pain call, for example, you could have 5 in a day, but each one of those calls is going to be different because the people we deal with are different. So so even though it's the same kind of call, it's still a different experience, a different way of thinking. From a male, female, young, old. So
you factor in the variables too. That today is a nice, hot, humid day. And we work at 20 below versus 105-degree heat index also. So I mean, everything is very dynamic in this job, and that's what makes it exciting. That's what makes it fun. So.